guys, we are going to discuss one quite important thing, and the topic of our lesson is conquering exam stress. My first question to you is, do you know the word conquer? Do you know this verb? Let's think of some English synonyms to it.
Deal with?
Deal with stress. Okay, what else can we do with stress?
Maybe making less.
Like, do you remember the verb
Lowering?
kind of reducing? Is that it's used reduce the level of stress. Okay, and before we start, and by the way, we can also tackle stress. Do you remember the verb tackle? Okay, so we can conquer, tackle, reduce stress. So before we start, there are a couple of questions to you. The first one, how are you feeling before your exams? Maybe you can think of some adjectives. Stressed. Okay.
Nervous.
Nervous. Good.
Worried.
Which one's
worried?
Worried. Okay. Boys.
Yes.
Any adjectives? How are you feeling before your exams?
Maybe worried.
Okay, worried. Nick, it's you? A little bit nervous.
I agree with that.
Okay. Probably someone is feeling happy because of exams. Okay. And one more. How do you tackle stress personally? Maybe you can give some tips, or maybe share your experience of tackling stress. You can just shout out some things.
I also think about the exam.
Okay, forget about them.
I have the habit to draw when stressed. It helps a bit.
Drawing.
Yeah.
Okay, drawing. Okay. Any other things that help you to tackle stress? Good.
In my opinion, maybe listening to classical music can help you to reduce stress.
Okay, listening to probably classical music or listening to your favorite music. Okay, what do you think about sleeping enough? Can it help? Okay, eating healthy food or stuff like that. Right, so we're going to watch a video with you now. And it's, of course, on the topic of conquering exam stress. So try to watch it and understand as much as possible.
Exams are stressful, but stress doesn't have to take over your life. If we understand the science of how it works, we can make it work for us. When faced with a potentially stressful situation, angry parents, driving tests, or, yes, exams, the danger sensor in our brains, the amygdala, is activated. This alerts the nearby hypothalamus, sending a long-range message via the pituitary gland to the adrenal glands, which secrete the hormones adrenaline and cortisol into our body. Adrenaline increases our blood flow, speeding up our reflexes and sharpening our senses, and cortisol releases glucose, giving our body vital extra energy. This response, known as fight or flight, is our body's way of preparing us to tackle big challenges. But when stress levels get too intense, they can trigger negative symptoms, like difficulty focusing, tension headaches, nausea, and disturbed sleep. The good news is, scientists are working hard to figure out how we can keep our stress response balanced and healthy. Some cultures have used slow breathing to aid relaxation for centuries, and now scientists think they know why. Inhale, now exhale slowly. When we slowly exhale, the signals that control our heart rate are altered, making our heart beat more slowly, and a reduced heart rate helps us relax. Another trick is exercise. When we exercise, our bodies release feel-good chemicals that work in the same way as painkillers do, lifting our mood, reducing anxiety, and helping us to sleep. And sleep is especially important before exams because it helps reduce stress even more. Another area that scientists are investigating is socializing. Believe it or not, locking yourself away in your room for weeks on end is not good exam preparation. When revising, we should make some time to hang out with friends and family, as socializing is a scientifically proven relaxation booster. Scientists have been looking at our close cousins, chimpanzees, for evidence. When they tested chimps' urine, they found that levels of stress hormones were much lower when they'd been spending time with their chimp friends than when they'd been alone. And it seems the same is true for us. So, as your exams get closer, remember, A little bit of stress is no bad thing. Just follow our simple tips and you can take control, getting the right balance that works for you.
Okay. There are some questions to you. Let's read them first. Could you read the first one?
Which negative symptoms can be triggered by
Do you remember anything from the video? Any negative symptoms?
Losing concentration,
Okay.
dizziness, nausea, and lack of sleep.
Less of sleep. Okay. Any others?
maybe insomnia?
Well, disturbed sleep, something like that. Difficulty sleeping. Okay. Next question. Sush, could you read it, please?
What can we do to make our heart beat slow?
Do you remember the answer according to the video? What can we do? Yes?
Slow breathing.
Right, slow breathing helps us a lot. Good. Nikit, could you read the next one?
What helps us to sleep better?
Do you remember the answer from the video? Yes?
Do exercises.
Doing exercises, okay. One more question. Emil?
What animals were used by scientists to learn more about stress hormones?
Hormones.
Monkey.
Kind of. What was the name, Nikit?
Chimpanzee.
Chimpanzees or chimps. Okay, and one more. Ness.
Name 3 main tips of conquering stress from the video.
Do you remember these 3 tips? Ness, do you?
Like breathe slowly,
And
do
slowly.
exercises, and socializing.
And socializing. I think probably you remember everything. Almost. It's just a couple of symptoms. What did we have? Feeling sick. We have, right?
Nausea,
Headaches, nausea, okay, and just
lack
like
of disturbed sleep, yes.
and difficulty.
Concentration.
Okay, concentration or difficulty focusing. Right, that was very good, guys. So let's continue then.
Okay, now time for the quiz. Are you ready, Jakob?
Yeah.
Okay, so the quiz is about your exam. Well, let's see how well you remember the exam, the structure, the tasks, and the time limits. You are going to work in pairs. So discuss the answers to the questions, put them down on these sheets of paper, and after that, we'll swap your papers and we'll check them out together. Okay?
Could you write down your names, guys?
Oh
please?
yeah, on the top of the paper, please write down your names. Is everything clear? No questions? Okay, let's get started. From next on the list one?
Yeah.
So the first question, how long does the written exam last? There are 3 options. A, 175 minutes, 180 minutes, and C, 190 minutes. What is
You can
that?
discuss the questions quietly.
Are you ready? Girls, have you written the answer? Okay, now move on. How many tasks does the written part consist of? 38, A 38, B 39, C 40. So the number of the tasks. Okay. Now, the next question is, how many points can you get for each part of the written exam? For listening, reading, grammar, and writing. Here are all the just options. Choose the ones that you think are correct or is correct. Have you chosen? How quick you are. Okay, now next. How many points can you score in the written part of the exam? A 60, B 62, C, 64, and D, 72. So let's see how good you are at math skills. This question. How many points? Sorry, previous, please. Previous. Okay. Now, how many points can you get for an email consisting of 89 words? How many points can you get?
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
You need to write the number.
Yeah, you need to write
Number points.
number of points. Yes. Is it possible to write 275 words in the essay according to the rules of the exam? Just write yes or no. Okay, and the last one. How much time do you have to prepare for the first and the second tasks of the speaking exam? Preparation. A minute, B, a minute and a half, and C, 2 minutes. Okay, that's all there is to it. If you are ready, then swap the papers with your... okay, I'll give you just some more seconds to look through them, and then we are going to check them out.
Ready? Okay, then we need to stop.
Yes,
Well,
what?
no,
No,
it's like that.
Yeah, you give it like that, and look there.
Okay, and you need to, guys,
Okay.
like pluses, minuses, or
So it's for you. You will go in to check it out. Okay, now let's discuss the answers. If the answer is correct, you put a tick or a plus, or if it's not correct, then a minus or a cross. So, which is the correct answer, Nastya? A, B, or C?
B.
Have you got the same?
No.
What letter have you chosen?
C.
And you? B. Actually, the correct answer is C, 190 minutes. Then the second, how many tasks does the written part consist of? Fedya?
I think option A.
A. 38 tasks. The same?
Well,
Yeah, I see. And have you got 38?
Yes.
Okay, so it's correct.
You have 39?
What about 38.1 and 38.1?
Actually, you have only one task. You have to choose either the first or the second. So, all in all, it is 38 points. Then, listening, reading, grammar, and writing. Nikita, what letter have you chosen? Or maybe what letters have you chosen? B. Yeah, that's it. For everyone, B. So, you need to do 12 tasks in listening and reading, 18 in grammar, and 20 in writing. Okay. How many points can you score in the written part of the exam in total, Ksusha? D, 72. Have you, what letter have you chosen?
There is D also.
Okay, D and you?
C.
C. Oh. You're not quite good at math. So, let's do it together. In listening, you've got how many points? In listening, 12. In reading, 12. Then in grammar, how many? 18. Plus 20. So count all these numbers and you get the B. Yes.
No, 20. And
62. Okay. Yes, 24 plus 18. Okay.
18 and
18,
24.
and 20. So 64 in total. Okay. And then, how many points can you get for an email consisting of 89 words?
6.
6 points. You please? Have you got the same?
No, 0.
0 points. Have you? 0, yes, 0. Because you need to write not less than 90 words, you see? It's the minimum. No, 90 words. Is it possible to write 275 words in the essay according to the rules of the exam?
Yes.
Yes, sure. But it's the maximum that you have to write. So the correct answer is C. How much time do you have to prepare for the first and the second task of the speaking exam, Peter?
B.
B, a minute and a half. Right? You are now count the answers and let's just discuss the score. So, Fyodor and Kirill, how many, everything is correct? Nikita, sorry. Everything is correct?
7 out of 7.
Yeah, 7 out of 7.
Good.
Good, very good. Now, you girls,
У нас были Ксения и
so Kenya and Demir have got
4.
so you have
4 out of 7.
yes, 4 out of 7. So you have to revise a little bit more about the structure of the exam. And the girls?
I've got 5 points from 7.
5 out of 7. So you are the winners. Congratulations, guys. Yes, you are the winners. So they know the structure and the task and the time limit for the exam.
Great well.
Yes.
Okay, guys, you are the expert of the exam.
Okay, moving on.
Can you see your mistakes? Yeah. Okay. Number 4. It was how many points can you score? 62 points.
62 points.
62 points.
12 plus 12 plus 18 plus 20. So,
Well. Okay. No other questions?
no.
That's okay.
No.
Right. So we'll continue with you with checking your homework. So remember, you were given a task. You needed to kind of make mini projects based on the speaking part 4 of your UK exam. You needed to find a couple of photos, to choose the name for the project you're doing, and to get ready with your presentations. Okay? So the first is called Different Ways of Traveling. If that's your turn, would you start, please? You're very welcome.
Yeah, take the call.
Can I start?
Yeah.
Hi everyone. I have found some pictures for our school project, Different Ways of Traveling. Let me start with describing the pictures. In the first picture, we can see a family who use their car for traveling. In the second one, we can see another family. Maybe they use their motorcycle to drive to countryside or to traveling around our big country. I have chosen the pictures because they perfectly illustrate the topic of our school project. Undoubtedly, both of these ways have their advantages. As for the advantages of the first way, firstly, it is comfortable to put all your baggage and all your family inside the car and traveling on long distances. Secondly, modern cars usually contains different safety systems that will save your own life and lives of your family members in case of accident. As for the disadvantages of the second way, I want to say that motorcycle is cheaper than a car. And firstly, I want to say that in some cases you can use a motorcycle to avoid some traffic jams. Unfortunately, both of these ways have their disadvantages. As for the first way, I want to say that firstly, the first disadvantage of the car that it's cost. Nowadays, a brand new car can cost a lot of money. And the second one, that you need to put a lot of money to repair your car, and it can be a little bit difficult in our modern world. But what about the motorcycle? The first disadvantage. What about the second way? It is difficult for you to put all your baggage inside this transport and put all your family inside this thing. And the second one, that usually some unexpected riders can easily crash into with help of this type of transport. In my opinion, the best way of traveling is a car, because modern cars usually contains a lot of place for your family, and you can put all your baggage in travel for long distances with in the comfort conditions. That's all I wanted to say. Please let me know what you think about my speech.
Thank you.
So, sorry for interrupting. You are just responsible for the morning exercising, so it's time to do morning exercises.
Some stretching.
Yes, some stretching. Yes.
Let's do some exercises. I think that's all, guys.
Right, let's continue with our next project. More children are welcome, so you're welcome.
I'm doing a project. I have found two pictures which I think would first for my project. More children, more happiness. Let me tell about them. These pictures are really suitable since they illustrate two different types of families. The first picture shows a family with a child, while the second photo picture shows a family with 4 children. Undoubtedly, both types of families have their advantages. It's quite good to have a one child in a family because parents give all their love and attention to their only child. The advantage of having 4 children is that big and friendly family is an essential support in life. When you have siblings, they can help you with school studies. However, these two types of families have some disadvantages. Disadvantage of having one child in a family is that child has no one to play with because he doesn't have any brothers or sisters. The minus of having 4 children in your family is it is sometimes difficult to look after them. As for me, I would prefer to have 4 children in the family because the more children I have, the more happiness I will get. That's all I wanted to say. Please let me know what you think about it.
Thank you. Right. Next project is called Popular Sports Among Teenagers.
Hi everyone, I have found 2 different pictures for the project most popular sports among teenagers. Let me tell you about them. In my view, pictures are quite good. They show different kinds of sport. In the first one, there is a group of teens who are playing football. While in the second one, there are some cyber sportsmen who are taking part in competition. Undoubtedly, both kinds of sport have their advantages. As for football, it is a team game where you can play with your friends. Besides, it is a great way to keep fit. As for cybersport, it has become more popular because it improves social skills, and logic. However, this sport have their disadvantages. Football is rather dangerous sport, so football players often suffer from different injuries. Besides, you can't play alone. The negative points of cyber sport. For a lot of cyber sportsmen may have backache and problem with their eyes because they sit around front of a computer a lot of time. As for me, cyber sport is more preferable. In the future, I want to take part in competition. That's all. Let me know what you think.
Thank you. Okay. Next one. Keep your welcome. Sports cars in the city.
Hi everyone, I found two pictures for my project Sports Cars in the City, so let me explain them to you. These pictures are really suitable for my project because they show two different types of sports cars with the front engine and the mid-engine layouts. The first picture illustrates a BMW M4 competition in yellow São color, staying somewhere in the field of breathing. At the same time, the second picture shows a Ferrari 488 Pista in Rosso Corsa color that blowing through the forest road. Undoubtedly, these types have the advantages. The advantage of M4 is that front engine layout has that cars with front engine layouts have huge trunks. The advantage for Ferrari is that they have a better wave location that creates a better balance, which is about 50-50 on each side of car. However, they have the disadvantages. The disadvantage for front engine layouts is the weight that locates in front and creates an imbalance, which may cause for dangerous situations on the road. At the same time, the disadvantages for midships are their high cost and the absence of trunk. As for me, I think that front engine cars are better for city than midships because front engine cars have a huge trunk and large clearance that makes trips more comfortable. That's all. Let me know what you think.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Okay, the best way to have a meal.
Hello everyone, I'm currently working on a project the best way to have a meal, and I found several pictures which I think will be really suitable for you. Let me explain what I mean. In my opinion, these pictures are really suitable because they illustrate two most popular ways of having a meal. For example, in the first picture you can see a man who's making a dish with some vegetables, while in the second picture a delivery man ordered to someone who ordered it. Obviously, both ways of having meal have the advantages and disadvantages. The advantage of the cooking is that you always know what products you use to make your dish, and that it can be really interesting for you. Well, the advantages of the delivery is that it will be much more faster, and you know that it was made by professional cookers. Undoubtedly, both ways to have a meal have the disadvantages as well. For example, while you cook, you can spoil a lot of products if you don't know how to do it, and it can be really long to get a perfect meal. While the disadvantage of delivery is that it can be really expensive. As for me, I'd choose delivery because I'm not really good at cooking and I won't risk spoiling a lot of products just to make myself a meal. So that's all I want to say. Tell me what you think.
Thank you very much. Thanks. And the last comment is you, the best way to spend your free time.
So, hello everyone. I have found 2 photos which I think will be perfect for my project for best way to spend your free time. Let me tell you some words about them. In the first picture, there is a girl who's probably knitting herself a scarf or a blanket. In the second photo, there is a man who is cycling down the street. Both photos show 2 different types of hobbies which you can do in your free time. First one is knitting, which is really calm and relaxing. And the second one is cycling, which is more active. Of course, these hobbies have their advantages. While you knitting, you can make yourself a new piece of clothes, and such activity would make you less stressful. As for cycling, such hobby, cycling helps you to keep your body fit and also to grow your muscles. However, there are some disadvantages. Knitting takes a lot of time, so after some time you can get bored. And as for cycling, this is quite dangerous hobby because you can get injured easily. As for me, I would prefer to do cycling because I like to spend my free time in an active way. Also, if the weather is good, I think it's the best time to go cycling, especially with your friends. That's all what I wanted to say. Thank you for your attention.
Hey, thanks a lot. Okay. That was really good. I think we enjoyed the presentation. They were cool. Thank you.
Now, please tell me, we are moving on, please tell me how many parts are there in the speaking exam?
4 parts.
4, yes. Now we are going to deal with the first one, which is, on the one hand, is just the easiest. However, you need to remember how to pronounce correctly just the words that may be unknown for you, yes? Actually, there are some difficult words to pronounce. That's why let's practice. So the task is read the word correctly. Okay. Nastya, you will start. Help me, please. Nastya?
Hospitable.
Hospitable. Do you agree? Yes. Do you agree?
It's
So
okay.
it's open for you. The second?
Elegant?
Not just. Any other suggestions? Who can read the word? Yeah. Alibi. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Alibi.
well, on
Alibi.
that side,
Remember,
to you.
yeah. Now, the next one. Your turn. Consequence. That's right. It's okay for you. Then. Nice to meet you.
Occurrence? Occurrence.
A little bit the second sentence of occurrence. Okay.
Yes.
Occurrence. Yeah. Occurrence. Please remember because you may come across this word. Nutritious. Nutritious. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's for you, and I know you know this word.
Subsequently.
Subsequently. sıkıntı ya.
Okay.
Conquest.
Not exactly.
Conquest.
I think it is right. It's correct. Conquest, yeah.
That's good for you.
A little bit louder.
Picturesque. Pictures.
Picturesque.
Yay.
You were a little bit mistaken. Yes, picturesque it is pronounced.
I don't know who's talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
Vehicle.
Vehicle, yes, vehicle, yes.
There was H. No, there wasn't. Okay, so continue then.
Ksusha? Scenic, yeah, that's true.
True. That's for you.
It was the last one, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So who's got the biggest number of seconds?
Yeah. Nastya.
And you are the expert
You are the expert.
of reading the words.
Yeah.
How many
But-
tokens have you got?
Well,
And
I understand.
who's got two?
May I ask you one more question? I think you got enough time. So, in your opinion, which is the most difficult part in the speaking exam and why?
Third part.
The third part. Yeah, I agree with you. Why?
Because you don't know what to expect when you answer. You need to
Yeah,
prepare.
and besides, you have to listen to the recording only once. It's also rather challenging. Yeah. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So what kind of, by the way, what kind of question do you usually hear at the end of your third part of speaking?
What do you think?
What do you suggest?
Almost. Any other ideas? Like the last question you have to answer most of the cases when you've got speaking part number 3.
What do you recommend?
Yeah,
That's it. So what would you recommend for a student who would like to take an English exam? We'll give you a minute to discuss this question in pairs, and then we'll think of your, well, we'll listen to your tips, okay? So what would you recommend?
Yes, you have to discuss and then you just. Already discussed. Okay.
So let's listen to your ideas. Who would like to start?
I will wait.
Okay, yes, you can. Continue.
Okay.
So,
Um,
your recommendations.
In our opinion, we think that if a student wants to pass an English exam, he needs to work hard and sometimes visit a psychologist.
Okay, this is going to help probably. Nikki, you just agree with Peter, or you've got something to add?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys, what kind of recommendations have you got?
I think you must learn words.
Okay. English vocabulary. Reading English books should help. Okay. That's all from you? Okay, you girls, your recommendations.
Okay, so we thought that you need to prepare before 11th grade because it will be easier for you.
So you need to start in advance.
Yes, and
Okay.
you need to repeat all tenses and grammatics. Revise.
Always
Okay. Grammar, tenses, everything. Okay, nice.
And to just help you to pass the exam, you need to include English in your life. You need to watch videos, serials, movies. Also, you can change your in your settings. You can change your phone language, and this would help.
Yeah, that is a really good practical tip. Thank you guys. So we hope you will use all of those and you'll be successful at your exam and at conquering exam stress. So keep calm and learn English. That's it for
Good luck
today.
for you.
Yeah,
My
good luck
pleasure.
at your exam.